Today's video is all about mastering flavors. Whether you like a tomahawk steak or a wagyu, it does not matter. Flavor is everything. Learning to put a steak rub together is easy if you know the basics, and I'm gonna share with you everything that I've learned through the years. And by the end of this video, not only are you gonna be able to make some amazing steaks, but you will also be able to develop some incredible flavors. This is mastering steak rubs. So let's do it. You can make a rub out of anything, but today I'll be using the most popular one, starting out with my control, which is salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Then I'm going to be doing a very popular one, which is Montreal seasoning. I'm also putting together some Middle Eastern flavors. And to finish it off, I'll be doing a Latin one as well. My goal is to show you my thought process when I'm making a rub. This way you'll be able to develop your own flavors that you like. Once you know how, it's easy. Now these are going to be steak rub, and we can't do anything without steaks. If you like to save money like I do, I like to buy everything in bulk. This is a full New York strip loin, and as you can see, it is USDA prime. Purchasing the whole loin allows me to butcher it myself to save big bucks. Whenever you buy in bulk, you will maximize your savings. And butchering a whole strip loin like this is no big deal. I started off by removing the tip. Then I made steaks of 1.5 inches thick. Once I was done cutting them, I was left with beautiful steaks. This is what a prime steak should look like. Those little white pockets are intramuscular fat, and it's something that you should always see on prime steaks. Since there is a lot of intramuscular fat, you don't need the outer fat. I like to do what's called a super trim, which means to remove most of the external fat. Now I don't throw that fat away. I use it for many other things like burgers or beef tallow. But once I was done super trimming, this is what they look like. You also want to be looking for white fat. There's a reason why Japanese Wagyu A5 fat is white, because it is the best of the best. So whenever possible, avoid yellow fat. And out of all those beautiful steaks, these are the 4 I'll be using today. They are perfectly trimmed and ready for seasoning. The most important thing I want you to take away from this video is that salt is the master of all seasoning. Adding more or less salt will completely alternate your entire rub. And sometimes you won't be able to distinguish any flavor if you're adding too much or too little of it. So whenever you're making a new rub, remove the salt element out of it. By doing that, you'll know that you're tasting your rub and not the salt. And to start off with a big bang, we're gonna do Montreal steak seasoning. And remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below. We start off by adding red pepper flakes, dill, black pepper, mustard powder, coriander, smoked paprika, granulated onion, and to finish it off, granulated garlic. Now all there's left to do is mix it well, and your Montreal steak seasoning is done. The second one are Middle Eastern flavors. All the exact amount and ingredients will also be in the description down below. I started with turmeric, followed by sumac, black pepper, cumin, nutmeg, cinnamon sugar, granulated onion, and to finish it off, granulated garlic. Now all there's left to do is mix it well, and your Middle Eastern rub is done. The last one, I mixed up some Latin flavors, and might be one of the easiest one to do. I started with chili powder, adobo seasoning, sazon seasoning, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now all there's left to do is mix it well, and your Latin style rub is done. Now that we have all of our rubs ready, all there's left to do is add them to the steak. And I started by first adding the salt, then followed by my rub. And the first one was salt, pepper, and garlic powder. This will be our control. Since it's a flavor that we are really familiar with, it's perfect to compare. And remember, I always season both sides and also the edges. The second one, I did the same exact thing. I started by seasoning it with salt and then threw in my Montreal seasoning. The next one, I did the same process by adding my salt, followed by my Middle Eastern rub. To finish off my last steak, after adding my salt, I threw in my Latin rub, and my Latin steak was ready. But now that I'm done seasoning all of my steaks, today my goal is to cook them over wood fire. And for that, I got a new grill. I'm first going to be searing them off and then cooking them in indirect heat until they reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that, I'll be using my wireless thermometers. But now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook them, so let's do it. All right, everybody, we have our beautiful steaks over here. What do you think, Angel?
They look amazing. I haven't had steak in a while, so I'm ready.
Each single one of them is the same steak, but they have different type of seasoning. And I want to know which one you like best.
Seasoning?
Yes, it's a little bit different every single one of them, and we're going to judge and see and find out which one is best. Sounds like a plan?
Let's go.
Very first one, we're going to let you know how we like it, everybody. Cheers. You're going for another one already? Dude, take it easy, dude.
That's a Guga steak.
That is a Guga steak.
It's definitely something I'm familiar with, but it's also something that never gets old.
Never gets old. All right, let's go for the second one, buddy. Cheers, everybody. Completely different.
I can get behind that. That's good.
That is good.
I can get behind that. That's a good one.
That is very, very nice. Nothing overpowering.
It's a good flavor. It doesn't. It doesn't kill the steak or anything. Whatever it is.
The secret is not to overdo it. Make sure you salt it before you put your actual seasoning. That is very nice. I enjoy that.
It's not what we're used to, because that's what we're used to.
That's the one we're used to. Yes, you're absolutely right. That's the one we're used to. You can't fake that taste. We know what it tastes like.
That's that nice salt, pepper, garlic powder right there.
I'm excited to try the third one. You ready?
Let's go for it.
All right, let's go for it. Third one, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. This is a good experiment. We're having a great time.
We are having an amazing time. That is phenomenal.
This one has a little bit more power.
Yes.
This one is more like in your face than the last one.
It is so different than each other. You know what I mean? Like they are just completely different experience.
Look, you can go to a restaurant and they could give you the same exact cut of meat, and they just put that rub on it and it changes it completely.
This one is phenomenal. I really enjoy this flavors, the combination of all of it together. All right, let's go for the last one, buddy.
Let's do it.
I mean, it's not getting better or worse. They're just getting nice. You know what I mean?
It's not better or worse. It's just now it's more like they're all good.
They're all good.
Not, oh, it's getting worse all the way through here. Oh, it's
disgusting.
Getting better. No, they're all good so far.
Very, very good. Okay, this is the very last one. Cheers, everybody. Wow, very different. You don't like that one?
I like it.
Okay.
I can't put my finger on what it is.
Why?
Because it's kind of similar to the Guga one.
Really?
Yeah, to me it's a little bit similar in a certain way.
I think what's happening is that you are very familiar with these flavors. Very familiar, and it's bringing some memory back on your brain. And you had that before. Anyway.
I've had it.
You had it before. Seems like it has more flavor, more pronounced flavor. and it's different.
I feel like you're just starting to do like a mastering video for rubs.
For rubs?
Yeah, this is like Guga mastering steak rubs.
That's exactly what I might title the video then.
Name it that.
There you go, and you pick the name of the video. Mastering steak rubs, everybody. It is very good. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. So we have Montreal, we have the Middle Eastern flavors, and then we have Latin flavors, you know? So for me, at least, I am really torn between the Middle Eastern one and also the Latin flavor. But the Montreal is so amazing as well. They are all fantastic,
You know
everybody.
what I think it is?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? It's that this one,
Which
to
is the
me,
Middle Eastern, yes?
is powerful. Like the flavor is powerful, but it's not spicy. It's not
No.
sweet. It's a good little area.
Like nice, well balanced. So when you are mastering your seasonings for steak or
like
your
that.
rub, like you
that.
said,
Yeah, when you're mastering it,
what
like
you're
my-
really trying to do is not overpower it with the rub or anything. That's why it is important for you to season it with salt separately, because salt will alter the amount of your rub. If you put a lot of salt on one rub and not enough on the other
Yeah,
rub,
of course.
then you're going to be like, oh, because this one tastes better because it has more salt.
Okay.
So when you're trying to master something, take the salt away from the equation. That will give you the real flavor of the rub so that you can find out which one is better for you. Like Angel said, for him is the Middle Eastern flavors because it's very nice. I love that one too.
It's awesome.
I love the Latin. I love the Montreal. I love the garlic powder and, you know, the basic one as well.
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Salt, pepper, garlic. You can't go wrong with any of these. They are all fantastic. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope that you understand how I like to put my rubs together, how I judge the flavors. Every single one of them is fantastic. Agree?
100%.
If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always on the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.